When you think about trying to build an aeroplane that's faceted, it broke all the rules of aerodynamics. Inspired by the groundbreaking design of the F117, the Astronic Nighthawk timepiece reinvents the 200-year-old tourbillon designed by Grand Watchmaker Abraham Louis Breguet to challenge gravity and become the ultimate watch complication. Watch in awe as its 3D coaxial flying tourbillon keeps perfect time, captivating anyone who glances at the precisely engineered complication. Each of the 175 parts of a limited edition Astronic Nighthawk timepiece is painstakingly assembled and checked by hand to make it the ultimate sophisticated timepiece. While tourbillon watches can easily cost over $100,000, the Astronic Nighthawk timepiece has finally made the tourbillon accessible to a limited number of backers. Joining the Nighthawk is the Astronic Apache automatic timepiece. Look through its skeleton dial at the precise mechanics of time. Move, and it charges itself. With a mainspring twice the size of a typical mechanical watch, your Astronic Apache timepiece will keep the time for twice as long. Monitor its 80-hour power reserve on the detailed watch face. Complex watch lovers will find themselves reflected in the inner mechanics of both timepieces through the reflectionless sapphire crystal front and back. Both Astronic watches are built to the highest specifications. The multi-layered 3D engraved dials add depth and are outlined by the futuristic CNC milled edges of stainless steel. And unlike the world's ultimate aircrafts, not only can you reach the stars with your Astronic watches, you can also dive 100 meters under the ocean.
Hi guys, I'm Christopher, founder of Astronic Watches. After designing and working in Swiss watches for 20 years, perfecting automatic movement, and advancing watch design for some of the famous watch brands, I decided to launch the first Astronic tourbillon timepieces based on a technological marvel that is the F117. While tourbillon timepieces usually cost tens of thousands of dollars, it was our goal from the start to use our experience in making these movements to build a timepiece to high quality specification that is also affordable. It took us over 2 years to design and develop Astronic, and we're happy to finally be able to launch our Kickstarter. We already launched production, backed this campaign, and enjoyed the exclusive opportunity to wear a limited series Astronic Stealth timepiece.
Own a piece of history. Back the Astronic Aviation Collection and get one of the most limited luxury watches available now.
The system will automatically fill the dish with clean and fresh water. It will rinse the dish as many times as you set, moving stray whiskers, food particles into a separate airtight tank, far from your picky fluff ball. This way, Drinkie provides clean water to your pet all day long. From a self-clean dish with no need for filters that can cause secondary pollution and harm your pet. And the cool part? Drinkie can monitor your pet's drinking habits to prevent potential disease. By inputting the health parameters of your pet into the app, the smart system will calculate the optimum water intake of your pet and monitor your pet's drinking habit in real time. If your pet's drinking habit is different from its usual, the smart system will take measure to attract your pet to drink. With the Smart app, you can not only get notified when the water level in the dispenser is low and check out the dispenser status. The dispenser is also pretty easy to clean. Once the wastewater tank is full, take it out, along with the clean water tank and dish. Rinse them underwater and fill the water again. You're on vacation or a business trip? No probs. Drinkie will supply your fur friend with clean water for 5 days. Made from 100% safe BPA-free materials. Drinkie is the best gift for your pet and yourself.
developer, scientist, and the founder of Fjorden. Fjorden is a pocketable professional iPhone camera grip, featuring a 2-stage shutter button, customizable control dial, a multifunction button, and a zoom lever. Fjorden is also a fully adjustable iPhone kickstand in portrait and landscape mode. Why did we build it? The story of Fjorden starts in 1983. That's me with my first camera, a Rollei 35. I loved it and I've been shooting ever since. On film, full frame, and increasingly, my iPhone. But in decisive moments, I missed the speed and precision of my real camera. So Fjorden was born to bring precision camera controls to iPhone photography.
Fjorden is on fashion shoots in Oslo. Fjorden is in the industrial design office of Frost, shooting Fjorden prototypes.
I love that you can use it with one hand, and with this extra lens, your phone becomes a very powerful compact camera.
I really like this kickstand feature, it's so useful.
And of course, Fjorden is at the fjords.
You can use it with gloves, in portrait mode, and selfie mode, and then throw it back in your pocket.
Fjorden is the result of years of prototyping. Drawing inspiration from classic rangefinder cameras, Norwegian design, and the Bauhaus principle of form following function. The form is slim and pocketable. The functions are customizable. The grip is
The Swiss company Stromer has an upgrade to its flagship model that promises to help. The ST5 now comes with an anti-lock braking system that offers maximum control on slippery surfaces, as well as rollover protection when braking in full. This executive model comes with high-end components including integrated head and tail lights and a 48-volt battery, giving a range of 112 miles per 5.5-hour charge. The top motor-assisted speed clocks in at 28 miles per hour, so you'll get to class or your job with enough time for breakfast. This bike hits dealers in June, so look out, puddles, grease, and mud. The Stromer ST5 is coming for you. The Canadian company Vitrix popped onto the scene last decade with an offering dubbed the ultimate fat e-bike. It's now pushing the next edition, the Juggernaut Duo, which can be spec'd any way you like, from a capable city commuter to a monster deep mountain machine. Vitrix admits it aimed for a maximum range of 200 miles, but even its real use range of 150 miles is nothing to sneeze at. It accomplishes this by combining a 1500-watt mid-drive motor with its largest capacity 21 amp-hour extender battery. This also means the bike can hit 35 miles per hour, although you can put a limiter on the top speed to meet local regulations. Wouldn't want to go too fast, would you? Or would you? Next up, the Shuttle EMTB. That's E mountain bike, for those of you who hate acronyms. This bike is also an upgrade to a previous series with some notable new features. The model arrives with a hefty 726 watt-hour battery, nearly 50% more capacity than the last version. The charging port has been moved up near the head tube for convenience, and the carbon fiber frame has seen some modifications for optimum performance. There are 3 riding modes: Eco for maximum range, Boost, or speed of course, and our favorite, Trail mode, which uses algorithms that vary the amount of battery assistance depending on the type of terrain. This bike doesn't come cheap, but you do get what you pay for and more. And with its remarkable craftsmanship, it may just be the last bike you ever buy. If the Revo Hubla's e-bike doesn't have you at hello with its astonishing spokeless design, there's even more than that to grab you. Over 2 million bikes are stolen every year in North America, but you can kiss that worry goodbye with this stunning vehicle. Those missing spokes belie its stealthy anti-theft feature. The one-touch fingerprint sensor works with an automatic lock housed within the frame, out of reach from bolt cutters. And the GPS tracking system with motion detection creates a geofence that lets you park and leave your bike just about anywhere. Plus, with integrated lights and motor, you'll have everything you need with one quick 3-hour charge. The CNC Efan's Enduro mountain e-bike is different. Aluminum bike frames are typically made of lengths of tubing joined together by welds. This frame is milled from solid aluminum, using a computer process that builds the two halves by selectively removing material from an entire block. It then welds the frame right down the middle. This leads to less distortion of the frame over time. And a bonus, you can now sport a mullet without getting made fun of. This mullet bike has a 29-inch front wheel, but a 27.5-inch wheel in the rear. This e-bike is all business and all party in the front and back. The 52-volt dual-motor Grizzly from Aerial Rider boasts more power, more speed, more efficiency, and more extended range. And they don't seem to be kidding. The bike uses a patented metal gear tech for torque, and the high-power battery only adds to the brawn of this machine. In fact, there are 2 batteries, so you won't experience range anxiety like with other bikes. Speaking of which, there are 2 motors too. And coupled with the dual suspension, the Grizzly is a bear of a machine. With 2 of everything, you may end up buying 2 entire bikes yourself. If you're tired of shifting gears in response to the terrain, but could also use a little help pushing the pedals, the Velojo Smart e-bike system may have the bike for you. This motor produces 96 foot-pounds of torque, which, according to Velojo, magnifies your pedal power by a factor of 8. It also claims to be more efficient, despite running at a beefy 48 volts, instead of the more standard 24 or 36. Not only that, this is a bike that responds to you, rather than the reverse. The 7-speed adaptive gearbox means no more fussing to find the right gear. Now, you can enjoy the scenery whether uphill or down. Time Warp, the world's biggest indoor techno festival, has collaborated with Strata to celebrate the convergence of technology and music with an e-bike that shines, of course. The Strata E has an electroluminescent coating that's nearly invisible, but once you turn it on, it makes it look like the bike is painted with light itself. And with the battery inside the tube, you get a sleek, aerodynamic, power-assisted ride. The carbon fiber frame is also printed in one piece, custom fit to your dimensions. Electroluminescent unibody. That sounds like the name of an EDM track, doesn't it? We've been looking at e-bikes from a bicycle's perspective, but maybe we should start comparing them to motorcycles. High-Power Cycle's Typhoon Pro now comes with a jaw-dropping 8,000-watt power system that rivals any zippy dirt bike. Finally, all your off-road ambitions can be realized. Actually, staying on the road looks pretty exciting too, with speeds up to 50 miles per hour. The upgraded model includes a souped-up drivetrain and hydraulic disc brakes, as well as a suspension overhaul that could be fine-tuned to the rider's size and weight. However, we have discovered the one thing missing from a cycle with this much punch: a seat belt. You might not know that the first Harley-Davidson bike had pedals. That's right, the 1903 bike, nicknamed the Serial 1, was born the same year as the company. And now, it's come full circle. Or should we say, cycle. Harley's making an e-bike, and it's only fitting that they named the series after the first bike they created. The Serial 1 collection is an impressive lineup of bicycles, including the urban play bike Mosh City and 3 Rush City models that offer a few design and speed